Hi, this short video is about direct-to-consumer content platforms and how the way that they're modeled and the features that they have necessitate the performance of emotional labor from their creative workers, using Twitch as a case study. Some creative workers, like artists, have been able to engage directly with their consumers throughout history. For example, if I was some feudal lord, I could commission a famous painter for a portrait. These platforms, though, they scale this up massively, allowing creative workers like journalists, essayists, and entertainers to produce what they want and crowdsource an income via subscriptions from a base of customers. Scholars call this digital creative entrepreneurial labor. These platforms like Substack and Patreon require creative workers to cultivate and maintain a dedicated audience. To do this, they engage in practices that encourage a parasocial dynamic between the consumers and themselves. To construct this, these creative workers play into the intimacy and authenticity that consumers demand. This means things like using language to obfuscate the transactional nature of the platform by framing the purchase of subscriptions as support. This both appeals to the intimate relationship that fans seek and shields them from perceptions of commercialization and selling out. And also, this serves to reinforce the effect that gaining exclusive rewards from their favorite creators gives these already dedicated fans. Work that exceeds what's written in the contract is not a new concept. Aesthetic labor is used to further brands in many firms that stress the importance of personal characteristics and ways of presentation. This blurs the separation between personal attributes and skills. And while creative workers like musicians have performed emotional labor for some time now, striving to develop deeper relationships with their audiences and encouraging fandom, the nature of direct-to-consumer sites necessitates it. While sites like YouTube allow creators to monetize their videos through programs like AdSense, streamers on Twitch get much less money from ads and rely much more on subscriptions and different forms of direct donation. This could be done through the built-in Bits cheering system or through third parties like PayPal. One of the biggest aspects of live streaming Twitch is the chat. This is where the audience and streamer interact directly, and to a certain degree, this is happening the whole time. And this reveals the inherently intimate dynamic that Twitch enables. The larger a streamer is, the less likely they are to read and reply to each individual chat message, and there are a number of ways that Twitch lets viewers stand out in the sea of messages. For example, streamers will have setups where they receive a donation, or a cheer, or a subscription, and viewers can attach a message to be read out by text-to-speech to go along with it. This monetizes interaction with larger streamers and creates an environment where fans can essentially pay for attention. Twitch also allows for subscriptions to be gifted to other viewers, and while with these there's a less immediate financial payout, the logic follows that when a random or targeted viewer receives a sub to a channel, they're more likely to stick around and it grows the community. Subscribers also receive additional perks, where they can distinguish themselves from other chatters. On some channels this means a custom colour for their name in the chat, and on others it could be a badge next to their name, signifying how many months they've been subbed. Some particularly expert game streams also offer one-on-one coaching services to their viewers for a hefty sum. Unlike other online content like YouTube videos, streams typically last for hours at a time, providing a constant source of entertainment. And due to them being live, you can't just skip ahead to the part you want. This means that viewers are more likely to stay and to participate in things like live events. And the longer you watch, the more you become acquainted with the culture of the channel and the way the streamer interacts with the chat, making it very, very, very easy to form a parasocial relationship. Yu Olivares and Chen in 2021 discussed streamers experiencing a variety of challenges for their well-being. These included unconventional sleep schedules resulting from streaming for long hours and participation in global events, unhealthy social comparison to other streamers in their network, and dealing with emotional drain and emotional strain from provocative chatters, toxicity from other gamers, and the instant feedback of seeing viewership increase and decrease depending on what they're doing in-game. There's also the burnout inherent to turning something made for relaxation into a job. Streamers try to post across a range of platforms to share details of their lives and maintain interaction with their audience. One notable example of this intimate level of sharing comes from a League of Legends streamer, Noam Watley, who suffered a severe injury after falling from 3 stories in 2024. After a hiatus from the coma, he posted a series of tweets about the whole ordeal, and the story was picked up by Dexerto. When he returned to streaming, a considerable surge in his viewership occurred, where he continued to share experiences from the hospital. This shows how streamers are enabled to utilize as much of their life as they can to further their stream.